The year is 2029, and we are here in our finale episode of The Bay, our greatest cities in sports challenge, here in San Francisco with our second city. We've got a lot more cities to go, but San Francisco is going to set a really high bar for the rest of the other, cities that we're going to see for the rest of the competition, because they have been dominant. Primarily the San Francisco Giants. If you have not watched the previous episodes, I'd go back and watch those first so I don't spoil anything. So spoilers about to happen if you clicked on this one first. But in this, we have won 3 straight World Series championships with the San Francisco Giants. And last season, we put together one of the greatest seasons of all time. Putting together, it honestly is the greatest season. 116 wins, plus an MVP, a Cy Young, and then on top of the whole thing, a World Series title over the A's. Kind of poetic, really. Now, the other cities, or the other teams in the city, have not had as much success. We have gotten a title out of the Golden State Warriors, but the 49ers have only ever gotten to the Super Bowl and lost, and Stanford's window, I think, has closed with Elijah Brown no longer there. This means, really, we're just going to try to rack up as much points as we can this season on our last shot. This is the last chance for any of these teams to do it. The window of this dynasty is likely over, except for maybe with the Giants. And so, let's see what we can do this year in 2029 and see if we can replicate the greatness we have done in the previous 3 seasons. For a quick update on the lineup, as a reminder to what this team has in store, in the pitching staff, we are running with the same rotation that we have to win the last 2 titles. Logan Webb, Freddie Peralta, Zach Eflin, Zach Gallen, and Braxton Garrett, with Kyle Harrison, Hunter Harpy, Francesco Peralta, Hayden Birdsong, The GOAT, Spencer Bivens, Camilo Duvall, and Ryan Walker. I've just added Dylan Lesko, somebody who we traded for back in 2026, I believe, to the lineup. Really, what the big thing with this team has been just maintaining the roster that we have. We're once again not changing much, swapping out Josh Smith for Jose Ramirez this season, and we're calling up Felipe Tejada, our first round pick in 2026, who hopefully will be able to produce up at the major league level. Felipe Marrero last year was able to do so, and now he kind of gets the leadoff spot in that case. Patrick Bailey maybe will be able to put together a fully healthy season for once, and not like it mattered because Sam Huff has been able to produce. But this is it, really. There's a chance that we could call up some of our guys that we have in our system. I don't know if any of the top prospects for us are really going to show up here because there are a lot of other players, but Cy Zander could come up this year. Gene Dobbins could come up this year. We could still look at possibly bringing up a Torrey Irvin. A lot of the relievers could come up if our bullpen falls apart, but I have my doubts that the bullpen will ever fall apart. So, going into this year, I expect another World Series contender. And 1 month into the season, I'd say we have just that. 355, 388, 306, 344, 342, 273. Oh no, 273 is one of the worst guys in the lineup because 321, 304, and then 190 from our catcher, but it's a catcher. Yeah, that's a crazy start. Felipe Tejada doesn't even really get a shot because this lineup is so good. I don't know if we're going to win another, wins record, if we're going to break that again. We're not on pace to do so. What am I talking about? Yeah, we are. We're 56-20 right now. At the time of the NBA draft, one of the best offenses, and for another straight season, the Dodgers are right on our tail. So even though we are this dominant, we are still going to need to compete for our division, which is crazy to me. So we are looking at another chance. Actually, I think when we look at awards, we are even in the race for MVP again with Jose Ramirez and Cy Young now, this time with Logan Webb. Why are you here, Shohei? Doesn't even really deserve to be there. But we have a chance. Ryan Walker with another potential reliever of the year for a 4th year in a row. Felipe Tejada going for rookie of the year. Yeah, we can get a lot of awards. We can go after the win, the win record again. Maybe we'll get it. There's no surprise here. This team is phenomenal, and we don't have to worry too much about any of it. The NBA looks like the Pacers get the first overall pick, which is good for them because we took Tyrese Halliburton off them this season. They have pick 1 and 6, so they'll be in a good shot to rebuild their roster. We are sitting at pick 29, and the Pacers find their Halliburton replacement with Owen Hood from Kentucky. And so we're basically running it back with the same team this year, hoping that we can stay healthy this season. Giannis is starting to regress a little bit. He's 34 and coming off a major leg injury. Same team though, otherwise. We have Bagley still here and a cuff, and then the signings I brought in, Corey Kispert, got him on a mid-level exception. Joel Embiid got on a minimum. PJ Washington got on a minimum. None of our rookies developed, so I'll probably cut them. And so the Warriors lineup this season is going to be Halliburton, Kolek, Brown, Giannis, Bagley with a cuff. Coming off the bench, Moody, Kispert, Agbaji, and Joel Embiid. At the All-Star break, we are 70-26, 7 games ahead of the Dodgers, who are 63-33. Just another phenomenal season so far for us. Our pitching staff is great. Our lineup is great. So when it comes to All-Stars, it's important to note, we've got a bunch of them. Logan Webb, All-Star starter, in first in the Cy Young as well in the NL. It's nice to have another chance. So we've had Eflin have a chance at one, Peralta got one, and now Logan Webb is in position to get one. Ryan Walker is the best closer in the entire NL as well. When it comes to the rest of our lineup, not as much. I mean, obviously, Jose Ramirez. That was a great signing. Who needs Matt Chapman? Jose Ramirez is a all-star starter at third. Adames is an all-star starter at shortstop. And then I don't think we have any others. So we do only have 4 this time, but it doesn't matter. I don't need all-stars. We just need to win titles, and I think we're going to be in a good spot to do so. When we take a look at our awards, Jose has slipped a little bit out of it, and I think that's because this is Fernando Tatis's award to lose. This is a great season from Fernando. He's going to get it this year. So Logan Webb is really the only one who has a chance of getting a major award for us this year, unless any of the other starters that we have in our rotation can jump up. And Ryan Walker, could get that, and Felipe Tejada could get the Rookie of the Year, so we could still get some other minor awards on top of that. But at the deadline, we are going to move off of somebody, and that's going to be Camilo Doval. He's pitching poorly, and I'm not going to get anything back in return for him, really. I just need to get him off the roster, and it makes more sense to trade him than to cut him. So I'm going to trade him for some prospects to the White Sox, so we can call up some of those closers that we have. Computer found us a good right fielder this time. Not anything else, really. I mean, I guess a good third baseman, but it was the computer does pretty poorly at some point. They did pretty poorly. They just got 2 good players. I mean, this guy fell to the second round. I wish I would have been able to draft him if I would have taken it. This is the like him. It's September. We're 95-40. We should be able to get a good chance of winning it. We're not going to win the wins record this time. The Dodgers, thankfully, are a little bit further behind us. So we have a shot of winning this whole thing. But will we do it? I don't know if we can do 4 in a row. That's a huge challenge. So we'll see if we have it. I think we have a chance of an MVP, but I don't think Willie's going to catch up to Tatis, and I think we have a chance of Cy Young, but Hunter Green is phenomenal too, and he gets more strikeouts, which is really, really valuable in this game. We also have a chance of a reliever of the year. I think we should get that, though. Justin Martinez is on our tail, and we have a chance of a rookie of the year, but I don't think Tejada's going to catch this Vinny Rosales guy. We're starting off the 2029 college football season as the 1 seed. Now, I don't necessarily think we're going to be that good. Indiana's a 3. This is a lot of the, expectations off of last season and where we were at to see if we could possibly win again. I don't really think we will be able to do so this season. There's a good chance that this year is the year it really falls apart for us. I still think we have a good shot. We've got a good defense. We have good running game. We have a good offensive line. But the big problem to me is just without Elijah Brown, I don't know if Brogan Coffey or David Olaseni is going to be enough to be able to overcome, I guess, the problems we've had here this whole time. Maybe we'll be able to do it. I'm just going to say my expectations are a little bit lower for 2029. Maybe we got the guy. Maybe Brogan Coffey's the guy. 5 touchdowns. But we're going to start off 4-0, I guess, this season against Pittsburgh next up. Brogan's been good to start, and that's he doesn't throw as many picks. Maybe that's what's going to get us there. And so we're also going to be starting the NFL season at the same time too. I guess if we have a chance, it's going to be all based on if Brock Purdy can now get over it. The window is shut. We did put together a semblance of a roster, and I say that and people are going to look at this and be like, what do you mean a semblance? This team is still really, really good. I know, but at the same time, this is a franchise tag. This is a 5th-year option. This was a 1-year deal that I got lucky on. I had to cut Ayuk and re-sign him to a 1-year deal. I have Kittle on a 1-year deal. I have McCaffrey, again, by the way, got him back to be my backup running back. We have Warner, I think, on a 2-year deal. Bosa's contract's almost over. Pretty much our whole secondary's on a 1-year deal. Glad I'm done here in year 5, but still, this team is barely held together by string. If we are able to do it, blame Brock Purdy if this team falls apart afterwards. $265 million has not necessarily been a dollar amount worthy of the production he's given me outside of just last season, where he finally was good, but then fell apart in the postseason. Let's see if we can try to make a run here. I don't have a whole lot of faith. Oh, but this could give us a chance. I mean, a breakout from Jose Jackson. Maybe we don't need Ayuk. 4 catches and 100 yards from a speedy receiver to get a dev trait. I don't necessarily think we need more development, but I would love the production from Jose Jackson to be able to get that. Oh my God, he did it. Over 100. Look at those sideburns. Look at those sideburns, Jose Jackson. He got it. Where's the dev trait, though? It's okay. He got it. He got it. So we have a superstar wide receiver now to take over for Brandon Ayuk. I also have this guy who I got in a trade when I traded a bunch of picks away and pieces to just have a serviceable number 3 wide receiver. We are such disappointments. No wins record? Come on. Don't worry. It's okay. Ryan Walker gets another delivery man of the year. That's 4 in a row. One of the best closers ever to play Major League Baseball. And another one, Cy Young to Logan Webb. But we get another major award. That's another 4 points across the board for us. Shohei Ohtani steals the MVP from Fernando Tatis, meaning that Willie was the only thing that stopped him from being... He already is, I guess, Bonds. He's got 7. So we stopped him from beating Bonds. Maybe he won't win one in 2020 and 2030. You know why he won't win one? Because we're not going to be there anymore. Ha ha. Suck it. Fernando Tatis ends up in 2nd. Willie Adames in 3rd. Cy Young goes to Logan Webb with a 2.59 ERA and 172 strikeouts, beating out Sasaki and Spencer Strider. We didn't end up getting the Rookie of the Year. Looks like we lost to Vinny Rosales. So 2nd place there. Don't get that for Tejada. But on the AL side, Aaron Judge gets the MVP again. It's again. That's crazy. Beats out Rafael Devers, 41 home runs, 124 RBIs. Cy Young goes to Bryce Miller of the Seattle Mariners. That's a lot of league leaders. Braxton Garrett, 2.19 ERA on the season. That's a $1 million pitcher for you right there. Also led in winning percentage and wins. Saves went to Ryan Walker. Webb in innings pitched. Braxton Garrett had whip. I'm going to guess Webb also had probably WAR. We dominated pitching this season. I'll have to count how many we actually get. When it comes to hitters, Adames led in RBIs. That's 1 point for me. Will Smith gets the batting title with a 317 for the Dodgers at catcher. Hits leader was Shohei Ohtani with 204 hits on the season. They have Stephen Kwan. This is why you can't not take Stephen Kwan, because the Dodgers will take him. And you can't let anybody have Stephen Kwan. All right, when it comes to home runs, a leader was Shohei Ohtani with 46 and Tatis in 2nd with 39. And we did have RBIs, beating out Fernando Tatis by 4. Let's just count all the ones that we led in. Wins, Braxton Garrett. Losses, Gallen and Braxton Garrett. Saves, Ryan Walker with 53, beats out Griffin Jax. ERA, Braxton Garrett, 2.19. Tobias Myers at a 2.50, but then Webb and Peralta were 3rd and 4th. Didn't lead here. We gave up more home runs. Shutouts led in that with Peralta. Strikeouts didn't lead the way there. But in the more tame league, Vladimir Guerrero leads the way with a 336 batting average, really just dominating over William Contreras. Hits leader O'Neal Cruz with 190 led the way for the Red Sox. I see 2 A's there. Maybe we'll see them again. When it comes to home runs, your leader was O'Neal Cruz with 43, beating out Soderstrom by 1, and RBI leader was Aaron Judge. Saves leader was Louis Varland of the Minnesota Twins with 55 saves on the season. Your ERA crown goes to Max Fried with a 248, and your strikeout leader was Jackson Jobe with 187. I brought up Torrey Irvin, our 3rd round pick this season, and he was really, really good. He got sent down, but a 218 and a 106 whip in the 20 innings that he pitched was really, really good for him. Didn't get to call anybody else up, but he played well. Kyle Harrison, 231 with a .96 whip. Bivens was not, well, he only got 8 innings. Bivens can never do wrong. We're keeping Bivens on the team. Hunter Harvey, 287 and a .99 whip. Francesco Peralta, 258 with a 107 whip. Hayden Birdsong, 282 with a .98. Lesko wasn't really that good, 415 with a 127 whip. I want to thank somebody suggested that to put my starter in the 4th relief position to get them more innings. Did that. He got a lot more innings. We traded for Reed Detmers at one point in the season. Actually, the CPU did because I accidentally left it on because I was doing another rebuild and I left that button on. He had a 226 with a 129. Not bad. So sorry for not showing it. The computer did that trade. Good on the computer. Ryan Walker, 51 strikeouts, 217 ERA, and a 103 whip, 53 saves. He's at 250 career saves. He is regressing, but look at that career ERA, 238 with a 1 whip and 4 reliever of the years. One of the best relievers of all time. Logan Webb with a Cy Young, 259 with a 112 whip on the season for him. Peralta, 264 with a 107. Zach Eflin, 396 with a 125. Zach Gallen, 284 with a 109 himself. And Braxton Garrett with a 219 ERA and a 101 whip. Dude, he's so insane. He's so good. Like, go get Braxton Garrett in your rebuilds. Trust me. He is so good. This dude. I called this dude up because Bailey was hitting under 200 and Huff was only hitting like 220. He hit 352 in the 20 games he played. 352. Todd Tillman got sent down for that, though. Nobody else seems to have gotten sent down. Oh, Lamont Wade did. Wade always gets sent down. Hit 263 with a 369 OPS in the season. Yeah, we'll call him back up for the postseason. He's still good enough to be able to play and perform. When it comes to our actual lineup, Chapman, 256, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs on the year with a 367 on base percentage. Started walking a lot more this year, though he did just platoon against lefties. He has a 78 overall. The Giants are going to be stuck with a terrible contract. Elliot Ramos, 237, 13 home runs, but he did slug well. I mean, he wasn't good, but he had at least good power, but sub 700 OPS isn't very good for an outfielder. Robles, 254, wasn't really anything notable. Sam Huff did get up to a 263, which I'll take that as a catcher. Bailey got up to a 238, so... Oh, a potential. Maybe Tillman does need to go down. We'll just stick with Patrick Bailey for the playoffs. It'd be fine by me. Felipe Marrero, 292 with 12 home runs and 67 RBIs. Our first pick in this draft, or in this rebuild. Really, really good. Phenomenal first baseman. I'm glad he slipped and fell to us because this dude is so good. Look at those ratings. Oh, find me another player like this. Find me every player like this. I want Felipe Marrero in every rebuild from now on. Jung-Hoo Lee, 305 with 24 home runs. I think he ended up 193 hits on the season for him. Willy Adames, 297 with 37 home runs, third in the MVP race. A little bit of a down year for him, which is crazy to say because he still had a 941 OPS. Maybe it wasn't a down year. Maybe it was just last year was his peak. Pavin Smith, 286 with 32 home runs and 96 RBIs. Jose Ramirez hit 279, 23 home runs, and 101 RBIs. In his solo season with us, still over 800 OPS for him. Felipe Tejada in his rookie year, 249, 13 home runs, 50 RBIs, only in 87 games, but ends up slugging for 440, 749 OPS. He's an 86 overall already. And Tyler Fitzgerald, the last guy in the lineup, 37 home runs, 278 average, 341 on base, and a 531 slugging. We will be taking on the winner of the Mets and the Dodgers. If I have to see the Dodgers again, like, That'd be every season, practically. No, every season that we made the playoffs would be the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers. All right, let's get back to it. Saturday afternoon, Logan Webb versus Yamamoto. Can we continue our dominance over LA in the playoffs and make sure they never get a chance to see another title, despite putting together some of the greatest teams of all time? Game 1 of the NLDS here in San Francisco. Webb loses to Yamamoto. Saturday afternoon, will we be able to win here in the ACC battle against Pittsburgh? Can Brogan do it? Brogan, take down Pittsburgh, please. Okay, we got to commit. Doesn't matter. Okay, we got to commit. Doesn't matter. That's a lot of XP. We probably beat Pittsburgh. We do, 5-0. The Niners have the Giants here, and we can see if new superstar development Jose Jackson can take down New Orleans. I would love to. We do. We're 4-1. Sunday night, we've won 2 games on the weekend, and it's time for us to suffocate the light, the hope in the eyes of the Dodger faithful. They look to see a sun set on a brighter day for them. We're the sun. Game 2, Peralta versus Sasaki is a victory. Game 3, Eflin versus Ohtani. Oh no. Okay. No, Gallon versus Boz. Okay. It's down to Braxton Garrett versus Sasaki. Come on, Braxton. Let's go, Braxton Garrett. We're feeling ourselves. Can Brogan feel himself? Let's go. Florida State. Florida State. We can take them out too. No great teams around us. It's just us. Oh, 4-star commit. Oh, that's a lot of XP. Allen Head, 4 sacks. Junior. That generally means that you won it. Yeah, National Player of the Week. Yeah, that means you won it. 6-0, taking on Duke next week. I'm really feeling myself right now. Like, where do we go back? This is the moment. Tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over. We'll put our hands up, because the ceiling can't hold us. No. The ceiling can't hold us. That's a win. That's another. That's... Nope. That doesn't matter. Miami's not going to stop us. No one's going to stop us. We're going to 4 in a row. Now, can I kick it? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanting gold fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. That's another. I don't even have to see it. We're beating Duke. Y'all can't stop me. Y'all can't stop me. I go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. I don't know why I keep doing this bit. And I'm eating at the beat like you give a little speed. I don't have to do the bit anymore. I don't have to do the bit anymore. We finally lost. Oh no, we're down 2-1. We're down 3-1. We have finally lost. Okay. I think the Macklemore bit distracted from how insane this was. We do lose in the 2029 World Series. I didn't mean to do the bit, by the way. I just was going to joke because I didn't think we were going to win that easily. This is a crazy run. We finally lose in the 2029 World Series to the Red Sox. Are unable to get over the top. Looks like we won game 1 pretty closely. Bullpen game. Here. You know, this is the second straight season we had a big gap between the NLCS and the World Series. We just need to stop running into bad teams in the NLCS because it makes us have to play like a week later and not in a good position. We're not good when we don't play in a week. But that's why the Dodgers series are always stressful, because I feel like we have to do that. But anyways, I mean, this is pure greatness. We made it to another World Series. We just don't win this one. Lose in 5 to Boston, who beat the Yankees in there. World Series MVP, or playoff MVP was for Felipe Morero for us. World Series MVP, Wilyer Abreu. Our postseason MVP was Felipe Morero, Willy Adames, and Jung Hoo Lee up there, and theirs was William Contreras, who they now have at catcher, Rafael Devers, and Christian Campbell. But even making it, I know that we didn't win another one, even making it is still incredibly impressive for essentially 4 straight years to make it to the World Series. It's like early 2000s New York Yankees. But it doesn't mean that everything's over. I mean, honestly, the fact that we're still undefeated, but we fell down to number 2 despite being undefeated. Why are we number 2? I guess we haven't played anybody. But coaches poll, boo on that one. We have SMU up next. We should take number 1 right back if we win this one. Can we continue our run of just, I guess, unbelievable performances right here? For us to be able to hold this season is crazy to me, because this team is not as good as last year's team. 724 XP is not necessarily great, but it still means we win. We're 8-0. This was our closest game so far this season, only scoring 21 points. Also our lowest scoring game of the season so far. Brogan has just been phenomenal. Glad we went with him over Olaseni. I guess I don't know if Olaseni would have been better, but what a year so far for us. Rakeem Elam had 111 rushing yards. Like, I didn't show it because we were doing a bit before, so I just was kind of running through it. But, like, we beat Florida State 47-13. Dominating fashion, we beat them. And Brogan only had 2 touchdowns on that game, and we did have a lot of rushing from Bandy, and our defense is, you know, amazing. But it's still, we have been phenomenal so far. Though, I mean, 6-1 then in the NFL, too, at the same time, means that maybe the 49ers will be able to keep up a run and go for a Super Bowl here, because we are finally in a position where we aren't going to eke our way into the playoffs. We might legitimately just dominate our way into the playoffs. A big part of that, again, is that Nick Bosa's at 14 sacks 8 games into the season. Something that he did a couple years ago, got us to the Super Bowl. I think, if anything, and correlation is anything, this is the sign that this is our shot to win another one. And that's because despite us thinking that we were really out of time, that everything was going to be over in 2028, it seems like 2029 might actually be our swan song, our best year yet. And it's crazy to think that's going to happen in a year that the Giants don't win the whole thing. The Warriors are in first place. The Niners are in first place. Stanford's in first place. The Giants were in first place, just weren't able to get over Boston. This is insane as a start for a season. And for this team, it's coming from a balanced attack. Giannis is down to 19 points per game. It doesn't even matter. We've got 19 from him, 19 from Halliburton, 17 from Brown, 15 from Bagley, 11 from Kolek, 13 from McCuff. Like, all around, this team has been great so far. Joel Embiid's averaging only 5 on 40% shooting. Man, he regresses fast. But I think the actual path between us and greatness is whether or not we can take down Notre Dame. They beat us last year. They stopped an undefeated season in 2028. And so 2029, an undefeated season, has Notre Dame as the only team standing in our way. Because, I mean, if we go to the conference standings, the ACC is awful. It's actually why we were not number 1 for a while. The ACC is terrible. We're winning the ACC, no problem. The question is undefeated. That's up to Notre Dame in this week. Can we advance to stay undefeated here in Stanford this season? That's only a 3-star. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Let's check. 3,000 XP generally means you are. Harvey Dubs 3 sacks also generally means you are. We have Clemson. We're ranked number 1. We must have stayed undefeated. This was the toughest team on our schedule. This 44-17. What are 4 picks, guys? Oh my god. Coffee didn't play well, but our defense showed out. 4 picks, 6 sacks. Not them. 6 sacks, 3 from Dubs, 1 from Westerman, 1 from Head, 1 from Wilbur, and 4 picks, 2 from Holiday, 1 from Westbrook, 1 from Rome. I mentioned it was going to be a defensive team. I didn't think it was going to be this good of a defensive team. Did we get any like defensive touchdowns? Yes, we did. Holiday had a pick 6. Freshman! Yeah, Clemson didn't stand a chance. Undefeated season doesn't stop here. We beat Clemson 45-27. And, you know, maybe you don't need a great quarterback. Coffee has been good this year. I'm not going to act like he hasn't been good, but he's not great, and he doesn't need to be. When you've got a defense that is as good as ours, we had another 2-sack game from Head, one from Wilbur, and you got a pick from Bolin and a pick from Westbrook. Bolin, by the way, is a tight end that I converted. Oh, no, that was the running back I converted. I lost the tight end I converted. He went to, I think he went to Florida State. And then I thought I saw in this that we also had, Najee Brendel, a quarterback. I converted the running back, 3 touchdowns of the day. Undefeated season means we win Coach of the Year with David Bargava, whatever the generated guy that we have is. Broyles Award for Coordinator of the Year. We're getting all these awards because we went undefeated. Wait. Rakeem Elam is a Heisman winner? What? Oh my God. We got a Heisman out of Rakeem Elam on 670 yards. And defensive player on Allen Head. 13 sacks, 6 TFLs, only 33 tackles. Best defensive end. I'm racking up awards, I guess, this year in college football. That was that's a running back that we converted to tight end. Gets best tight end award. Best kicker, Lou Groza, Tyree Jewell takes it. Seidler left when graduated. We had Tyree Jewell get it. Best corner, BJ Rome. Best linebacker, RV Dubs. This is a clean sweep. Best Lombardi Award. I don't even know how to score this. How do you score that? Like, how do I score this points wise? We got a Heisman out of Elam. Brogan Coffee was third. Didn't Lyle McCallum taking that away from me. Best quarterback, he was second. We almost had best QB as well. Best defensive player, we were 1 and 2 with Head and Dubs. Best D-back, we were 1, 2, 4, and 9. Running back, we were 4th with Bandy because we passed the ball a little bit more. Elam was only 3rd. He did run the ball. That's part of why he did this. We have a lot of, I think, end arounds in our offense. Lombardi Award for the best defensive lineman. Allen Head won that one. Golden Arm didn't get that because Coffee ran the ball, so that's why. Oh, that's also a senior quarterback, and Coffee's not a senior. Best defensive end, Allen Head. Best interior lineman, nobody, which is crazy because we have a really good lineman. Best tight end, Gash, converted running back. Broyles, that's that. Linebacker Dubs, Westerman was 3rd. Youngblood is a 74 overall and was 8th. Best center, we were 6th. Lou Groza, Jewel wins that. We're going to lose in like the first round, right? This team of award winners was led by Brogan Coffee. He only had 2,980 yards, 31 touchdowns, and 6 picks, but a 70% completion percentage means he is far more accurate than Elijah Brown ever was. And that's great because I think he also ran the ball for 318 and 5. Bandy had 786 and 6, and Elam had 739 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns. That's a lot of end arounds that we ran. No wonder he won Heisman. He was the best running back and one of the best running backs and one of the best wide receivers. And 680 and 7, 678 and 10 for Elam. Dejiri had, or Dejiri. I think I've been calling him Ojiri. I thought it was an O, the font. It's a D. Got 7 touchdowns. Defensively, 74 tackles for Westerman. You end up getting 13.5 from Head, 11 from Dubs, 11 from Wilbur. One of the best defenses. We only got 3 picks from Bolin, and your DB of the year only had 2 and 3 pass deflections. I don't know how that's DB of the year. I guess nobody passed on him. Also, freshman. That's a freshman. Oh, kicker, Tyree Jewell. Our punter's probably still bad though. I bet you that we get to the playoffs and he punts it for 12 yards and we lose. I think the only chance we have for league leaders is going to be Allen Head at defensive end, but I'm still going to look around. George Sims of Hawaii leads the way in passing with 4,496 yards and 38 touchdowns. Your touchdown leader on the season, Joseph Hobart of Kansas State with 47. That's that Big 12 offense that we're talking about. When it comes to rushing leaders, Gregory Beckner, 1,200 yards, led the way. Very, very little rushing happening in the league this year. 17 for Cameron Jurovich is the touchdown leader. Receiving, Tobias Hack of Arkansas, 1,364 yards for him, 19 touchdowns, also leads the way. Tobias Hack, I think big part was having the quarterback who throws for 46 touchdowns and 6 picks. That's probably one of the best quarterbacks that we have. When it comes to defense, this is a big question, so I'm going to have to jump around a little bit. We don't have him in the national. In the ACC, he didn't even lead the way in the ACC. Donovan Dicker had more tackles there and sacks there. I wish that the national thing was actually correct. I'm not really going to jump around and show this because I think that that's wrong. Let's just check the ACC, I guess, because that's our conference. Taron Roth led the ACC with 87 tackles. Donovan Dicker with 15 sacks, and interceptions leader Leo Sharp at Clemson. We are in the college football playoff as the #1 ranked team. We will be taking on the winner of Illinois and Kentucky. Injuries might hold the 49ers back from being one of the top teams or holding the top seed in the NFC. And, losing Marcus Cunningham and Trayvon Reeves hurts. Good thing we went out and got Christian McCaffrey. This is going to be important because it means we're going to need that bye. We need that bye in the first week if I'm going to have Reeves and Cunningham back, because these injuries have occurred right here after losing to the Chiefs in week 14. With 4 weeks of the regular season, I need to make sure we don't have to play in the wild card round. We're 11-2. And so in week 18, it all comes down to one game. We are tied with the Lions, and we have the tiebreaker. But we're playing Minnesota, who beat us last year in the NFC Championship game and made it to the Super Bowl. If we beat them, we get the bye. If we lose, the Lions get the bye. Can we win and get the bye? We win 35-25, getting a bye, though we had an injury. Don't be a big player, please. Okay, Oscar Lyons, I think we can handle missing a backup linebacker. So Purdy didn't have as good of a year as he did last year. 13 interceptions. I mean, he threw a lot more picks, but it was still enough to end up having 4,400 yards and 45 touchdowns in the season, and a passer rating of 112.5, one of the best in the league this year. We got what we needed out of Brock Purdy this season. Without Trayvon Reeves, he was unable to cross the 1,000-yard mark, but I don't think he was going to get there anyways. 58 yards per game meant there really wasn't much of a shot for him. McCaffrey ended with 433 and 3, and Purdy did run for 6 touchdowns, which it's kind of crazy to me. I'm not running a running quarterback scheme, and he's not mobile. So he's kind of mobile. He's just not like a mobile quarterback. When it comes to receiving, our leaders this year, Ayuk had 1,249 and 18, and Jose Jackson with 1,184 and 10. George Kittle at 878 and 7, and Justin Bullough, the other guy that I picked up, 793 and 8. Ayuk's got a chance for the touchdowns in a season, though I'm going to guess like Mahomes threw for like 48, and 25 of those went to Rashee Rice. Defensive stats, Fred Warner led the way with 103 tackles, 3 sacks, and 3 picks. But our big thing, 24 sacks from Bosa, 18 from Michael Williams. That means that we're probably going to have the sacks leader. And maybe another defensive player of the year for Nick Bosa. Interception leader for us this year was Brian Branch with 4. But I'd be excited to see if Bosa led the league in sacks, as well as a chance for him to win a second defensive player of the year in these 5-year sim. What'd I say? Patrick Mahomes, 48-39 in yards. Jackson Dart was second. 50 touchdowns, 6 picks for him. That means that Purdy was second in touchdowns, but you're going to see that out of Patrick Mahomes, probably the MVP, probably they won't give him Offensive Player of the Year. That normally goes to a guy who gets rushing touchdowns, which I don't see Jalen Hurts until 32. That might be enough for him to get like 20 touchdowns. So no league leaders for Purdy, but he still put together a really good year. Ashton Genty led the way in rushing yards with 1,246 and 6 touchdowns, just beating out Kenneth Walker. Your rushing touchdown leader, Jahmyr Gibbs, had 15. Hurts only got 10, which is good news for us for our chance of having an Offensive Player of the Year being a runner-up, and let's see how Ayuk did. He's not going to get there. Puka Nacua, 1678, leads the way in receiving yards for the Rams. McLaurin right behind him. And then your touchdown leader, Amon-Ra St. Brown, had 20. McLaurin had 19. Ayuk third place with 18. Defensively, Your tackles leader is Montrell Cummings of the Cincinnati Bengals with 120 tackles on the season. Your sacks leader wasn't Bosa. It's Ben Monk. Who is this dude? He won Rookie of the Year. Oh my God, he's an X Factor. He's a 98 overall at age 24. What did he do the last 3 years? 16 his rookie year, 14 and a half, 8 had a down year. Must have got hurt based on those numbers. Did he play all 16 games? I can't check that. I would have to go general, right? He did get hurt. Okay, that makes sense. But Ben Monk, 24 and a half. That might take away his chance of DPOY there. I think Ben Monk's going to get Defensive Player of the Year. That sucks, but still an amazing season from Bosa. Interception leader, Christian Gonzalez of the Patriots. And so our playoffs are shaping up to be probably a rematch of the last couple seasons. We'll probably see the Falcons in the second round, as I'm going to guess the Lions are going to get through there. We've seen the Falcons a couple times already. And then we probably see the Lions in the NFC Championship game. And I'd put my money on seeing the Chiefs, who did beat us earlier in the year, in the Super Bowl. I think I did this last season too, and I misguessed who was going to be there. So we are not going to see the Falcons and the Lions. We're going to see one of the two in the NFC Championship game if we beat Green Bay, who we had to play last year in the wild card. On the other side, Browns and Texans, Chiefs and Jets. Let's see if we can take out the Green Bay Packers. But college football, let's see who we're going to have to play with Stanford first. Our first matchup in our basically run to stay undefeated and go for a national championship with apparently just one of the most stacked rosters ever is going to be Illinois in the Orange Bowl. Looks like Tennessee beat Middle Tennessee by 2. Illinois beat Kentucky by 10. TCU took down Northern Illinois by 3. And USC beat Notre Dame by 2. Bunch of close games. If we win this, we will be taking on the winner of Tennessee and Tulane. First, let's see if we can beat Illinois. And so simming to see if we can take down Illinois and advance to the semifinals for a 4th straight season. That's not, okay, it's 2000 XP. That's pretty anticlimactic, but we are going to be advancing, winning the Orange Bowl. We are playing against Tulane in the Sugar Bowl. It wasn't very close, but it was one of our closer games, I guess, winning 33-21 over the Illini. They had 3 touchdowns from their quarterback, George Briggs, and we had 3 from ours, Brogan Coffee, which means that I think that the big thing was that our running game was just significantly better. Look at how much rushing yards we had in this game. Love to see the production we had there. And defensively, I mean, not a whole lot of pressure. We got a half sack from Rome and Dubs and no picks, but it was still enough. We beat them. In addition, Tulane won 55-10 over Tennessee. A just massacre in this game. Sean Self is a 99 overall quarterback, threw 2 picks, got sacked 6 times, to Johnny Combs, who's a 79 overall quarterback, that threw 5 touchdowns. Like, what a insane difference in results between a 99 overall and a 79 overall. Tulane wins 55-10. USC upsets Georgia, winning 31-24, and TCU upsets Kansas State, winning 31-28. If we win, we will be taking on the winner of TCU and USC. And for the 49ers, if they can take down Green Bay, they will also make it to a semifinal. Let's see if we can beat the Green Bay Packers and advance to the NFC Championship game. We do, winning 20-12 to play the Detroit Lions. It's a weird series of scores, but our defense looks like it just suffocated them. They couldn't get anything going. Now, we didn't really have much going either. Purdy had 2 touchdowns and a pick, but Jordan Love only had 200 yards passing, 1 touchdown on the day, and rushing. I mean, that's awful. From both sides, really, it's awful. But, like, looks like we just were able to get good stops. Do we have any sacks on this one? Nope. We got sacked once, and we threw a pick. Really, I don't see how we won besides just making sure they could never convert anything, which they had more conversions than us. They just, when they got to the red zone, couldn't score touchdowns. They got field goals and a lot of penalties. Penalties really changed that one. So We advance there. We will be taking on Detroit, who beat the Falcons, not the Panthers, the Falcons 23-15. On the other side, it's Kansas City versus Cleveland. If we win, we might be playing Kansas City. I'm not expecting it to be Cleveland. No, I pressed advance. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to show you me advancing. Actually, I was going to jump in and we were going to play Tulane, but we won. Okay. I jump in on semifinal games. I was going to jump in on a semifinal game. We beat Tulane without me having to do that. That was an accident. Player of the week there. Let's go look at the box score and see who we had. It's a rematch. It's a rematch. USC versus Stanford. Okay, we are definitely jumping in there. I'm going to make sure I don't accidentally press the button this time. But honestly, it's probably good that I did, because I'm afraid that if I jumped in, I would have watched us throw 10 picks in the first 3 seconds. Because we won by a lot. 45-14 over Tulane. We end up getting here, even though we had 2 picks for Coffee, Tulane quarterback couldn't do anything. No touchdowns, 1 interception. By then, most of our stuff must have been rushing touchdowns. 2 for Elam, 1 for Bandy. 3 touchdowns there. Bandy is hurt. This happened last time. This happened when we had Oklahoma, though. So, thankfully, it looks like we actually have serviceable running backs as a backup, unlike Cole Tab, who we lost last time, where we didn't have anybody there. And defensively, we had sack from Dubs, sack from Heb, and then a pick from Donald Montgomery. And USC won by 1 point, 34-33 over TCU. If you were going to take a look at our schedules, essentially the problem with it is they have had a challenge. We have not. We haven't played a single competent opponent all season. The reason we're undefeated is because the ACC was a cakewalk and Notre Dame was a fraud. And so, I mean, I think USC had to play Notre Dame, but they win 34-33. They did. I mean, they barely beat them. So if we were going to take like opponents as a representation, we played Notre Dame, beat them by 30, and they played Notre Dame and beat them by 2. I think we got a shot here to win this one. Stanford's in the national title game here in 2029. This is going to be a battle. The number 1 defense versus the number 7 defense. The number 3 offense versus the number 2 offense. Let's see if we can overcome. It's important to note, they have Michael Hawkins. The quarterback who beat us at Oklahoma is now the quarterback for the Detroit Lions in a season where we are attempting to win a Super Bowl. We have to face a team and a quarterback that beat us before in a completely different team. Let's hope that he doesn't continue to own the San Francisco Bay Area, as they are going to start their first drive with a few passes and... Yep. 52-yard pass to Trevor Harris gets him a touchdown to take a 6-0 lead. We do block the extra point, which means that we're not down by 7. So, good advantage. Brock Purdy throws it 16 yards to Justin Bolo. Jose Jackson for 6 yards. Jose Jackson for 13 more. Another 6-yard rush from Trayvon Reeves. I have a feeling we'll be in a good position to make a big drive if we don't get sacked. I'd just like to jinx myself, really. But a first down penalty on the defense gives us the ball on the 20, 2nd and 5, 1st and 10 for Trayvon Reeves. I think we'll be able to score here. 1st and goal after the pass to Trayvon Reeves. And a 4-yard rushing touchdown from Brock Purdy. Make the extra point. We do. We take a 1-point lead. So, if we can stop Michael Hawkins, which we were not able to do... Actually, we kind of were last time we played him Stanford and Oklahoma, but we just weren't able to get any offense going. If we are able to stop Michael Hawkins, we'll have a good shot. Michael Williams gets a big sack to make it 3rd and 13 for the potential of a stop. 11-yard pass to Gibbs puts them in field goal range. They do make it. It is 9-7. But stopping them from getting touchdowns is probably the more important element of this. 11 yards for Ayuk. 6 yards from Trayvon Reeves. Ends the first quarter down 9-7. 6-yard rush from Trayvon Reeves. And a big 46-yard passing touchdown to Trayvon Reeves gives us a 13-9 lead, 14-9 after the extra point. Having a lead in this game is going to be very valuable. Looks like defense isn't going to be a big priority here. I mean, that's what happens when you have the second and third best offenses in the league. Even if we are one of the top defenses in the league, the offense will overcome a good defense, and they are marching down the field. Negative 3-yard rush from Gibbs, but they should probably be able to get in the score. 3rd and goal on the 8. 4th and goal as the pass is knocked away by Fred Warner. They make the field goal 14-12. 2 drives, forced field goals. That helps us basically make a good start if we can continue to get stops. And if we don't get stopped, even better. But a sack from Dre Wright makes it 2nd and 18. Probably going to get stopped. But a 13-yard pass to Kittle makes it 3rd and 4. And a pass to Ayuk for 27 yards means offensively we keep marching. 7 yards from Purdy. And down to 3rd and 1 on the 14. 4th and 1 as Purdy throws it away. Probably a field goal. No, we go for it. Jose Jackson, 14-yard touchdown. We are going to take a 21-12 lead. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns so far for the 49ers in this game. But we really haven't been able to get a big stop. But Nick Bosa with a 5-yard sack makes it 3rd and 8. And a pass thrown away. The rookie QB feeling the pressure here against the 49ers. So in the second, 2:48 left. If we can take a 2-score, I mean, I guess technically 3-score lead here, we will be in really good position in the second half to be able to make a run at the Super Bowl. 3rd and 6 on the 42, 4th and 4 after only the 2-yard pass. But a 57-yard field goal from Brandon Aubrey makes it 24-12. They do get the ball back, 55 seconds. They make a 15-yard pass to Trevor Harris, call the timeout. Another pass to Jahmyr Gibbs. They're still marching. They might get themselves into field goal range here. 3 timeouts, 7 seconds left. They kick the field goal, making it 24-15. We are up 9 at half in the NFC Championship game. So, as long as we can continue to march down the field, I think we'll be in a good spot to win this one. But an interception by Nicholas McDougald might turn this on its head. Detroit gets the ball 15-24. And already on our side of the field, they might be able to come down and score and make this a 1-score game after Purdy's pick. Gibbs rushes for a touchdown, making it 22-24. So, the turnover happened. Let's make sure to commit no more. We are losing the differential here, but pass knocked away by James Atkinson makes it 3rd and 7. 1st and 10 to Kittle means that we get out of that hole. 6-yard rush from Reeves makes it 2nd and 4. Incomplete pass from Purdy. He is not having a good second half. Another incomplete pass from Purdy makes it 4th and 4. We have to punt the ball away. I don't know if Detroit's going to come out with the same energy that we have. If they did, we would be in much better shape. But 3rd and 6 on the 47. Incomplete. Maybe they will. That'll be good. 45-yard punt. We get the ball back. The 2 punts mean that they cancel each other out. We're on the 5. This is going to be a long drive. We have a 3rd and 2. Get a first down after 3 small rushes from McCaffrey, Reeves, and Purdy. And then an 8-yard rush from Jose Jackson makes it 2nd and 2. The negative 2 yards makes it 3rd and 4, but a first down from Kittle means with 2 minutes left, we are going to be in a good position here as long as we don't get stopped. Purdy don't throw incomplete passes. Complete pass to Justin Bullough will mean that we will probably end the 3rd after the 15-yard penalty with the ball on their side of the field going into the 4th quarter, up 2 in scoring position. Pass to Bullough for 10 yards. Another 17 yards to Ayuk on the 7. Incomplete from Purdy. 7-yard pass to Trayvon Reeves for another touchdown. We are going to go back up 2 scores, 31-22. If we can force a turnover, I'm going to be way more confident about our feelings, but Hawkins is dicing us up. He just throws a couple incomplete passes here and there, which makes it look like he's not throwing as crazy of a game as he could be. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10 after the pass is thrown away, 1st and 10 after the pass to Jahmyr Gibbs. They are in the red zone. They'll probably score here unless we can get a stop. It's not going to happen. Cassidy Wayne gets him to the 10, to the 4 from Jahmyr Gibbs. And a touchdown from Jahmyr Gibbs makes it back to a one-score game, 31-29. Kickoff by Morris Baldwin, 9:53. 9:07 left at the Reeve, gets a 6-yard rush. We're just going to run the ball, I think, a lot, but a big sack from Jaquan Scott makes it 2nd and 18. 11-yard catch to Kittle. He gets us out of these holes, and we get a 9-yard pass to Ayuk to make it 6:20 in the game, up by 2. Kittle gets another pass for a first down, and another pass to Bullough for 15 yards makes it another first down. First and goal as Jose Jackson gets 13 yards, but a negative 2-yard rush from Reeves. With 3 minutes left, we are on the 3-yard line, needing to get in. 2-yard penalty on the defense makes it on the 2, and a 2-yard touchdown pass makes it back to a 2-score game with 2:45 left in the game. As long as we can hold them from a big play here, we should be able to win this one. That's 2 pretty quick plays in this, but if they don't make a big play, we should be okay. 29-38 after an incomplete, and a big sack from Tony Russell makes it 3rd and 16, 4th and 5. Let's go back in. We're going to jump in and watch this one and see what they're going to do on their last offensive play for Michael Hawkins. Can he get a first down? He rushes out left after the pressure gets there. Big sack in the backfield by Mekhi Blackman. Gets us the victory after we are up 2 scores. The rookie quarterback is unable to take down San Francisco. The sack by Blackman will mean that we are going to be advancing to the Super Bowl. That's going to be our second appearance in the Super Bowl as we take down Detroit. The NFC North was always the team in our way, or the division in our way, technically. If you take a look, we beat Minnesota the first time, lost to them the second time, but we end up advancing. We are going to be playing in the Super Bowl against the winner of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. The stage is set. A rematch. Chiefs, Niners. The Chiefs were able to win 49-31 in a high-scoring game where Patrick Mahomes threw for 7 touchdowns against Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. We are going to be taking on Mahomes and the Chiefs for a 4th time since Mahomes has gotten there. Maybe this time will be the year we can finally beat them. This is your roster. The end. The last chance for the 49ers has X Factor, 99 overall Brock Purdy versus X Factor, 99 overall Patrick Mahomes. A duel, a rivalry that we have known about before even starting this rebuild. We are going to be seeing if we can finally take the side of the victor and not be defeated for once. We also end up getting Mikael Williams up to a superstar and Jair Brown back up to a superstar after losing it in the season that he got it. We will see if we can overcome, but first, before we do that, we have a national championship game to get to for Stanford against USC. 4 straight years of making it to the semifinals, at least in the college football playoffs. Harvey Dubs knows nothing about not winning here at Stanford. We are going to be coming out in the All Blacks today, trying to take down USC, trying to switch a little bit of momentum. It's a dark night tonight here against USC. The first time we made it, we lost to USC in the national championship game. The second time, we lost to Oklahoma and Michael Hawkins in the semifinal without a running back. In year 3, we lost to Indiana based on the mistakes of Elijah Brown. Can year 4 be the difference? And so we begin with the punt. We are going to be receiving the ball. 0-0. We need to go down and score as quickly as possible and see if we can hold on to an undefeated season. Penalty against USC will put us in a good position. Remember, once again, this is the second time of the 4 years we do not have our starting running back going into the last game of our season. We are going to be running with Najee Brendel, who was a quarterback we recruited, who I converted to running back. and I guess he's our starter in the national championship game. Coffee throws an incomplete, and Josh Biggle gets hurt 4th and 4. We kick the field goal from Tyree Jewell to take a 3-0 lead. USC throws an incomplete pass by James Rubin to start, but a 13-yard catch by Tyler Pike moves him down, and a 20-yard rush by Hakeem Agadosi ends up getting them across to the other side of the field. Incomplete. 6-yard reception makes it 3rd and 4, and a 1st and 10 makes Trey Rudolph get them to the 12, and a touchdown from Dom Claiborne gives USC the lead here early. 7-3. Can we come back here and make sure that we can get a good drive of our own, not getting stopped in the red zone? 2-yard rush, a 4-yard rush from Brendel, and a 14-yard reception by David Officer as we continue to move down the field. Brogan Coffee runs a couple times. We don't have a whole lot of passing. It's 4th and 1. And we punt. Probably a good thing, you know. Maybe we have learned from our mistakes to not take a 61-yard field goal. I'm happy to have that, but it sucks to not be able to get a scoring drive here on our second opportunity. We've come out a little bit flat here in the national championship game, down 7-3, as USC has come out firing. We are not used to opponents at this caliber. Now, we are a team that did play well against Notre Dame, just like they did, but we played better than them, so we should really be better than USC. We are down 10-3 as we do stop them to force the field goal here with 7 minutes, but Greg Guy gets a sack on Brogan Coffee to get it 2nd and 17. After a 2-yard rush from Brendel, it's a 3rd and 16, and pass knocked away makes it 4th and 16. We have to punt. The Heisman Award winner, Rakeem Elam, still has not seen the ball yet this game, and that could be a big difference if we are unable to score, but a big stop by our defense gets us the ball back, and a 33-yard punt puts us in better field position than last drive. A couple 3-yard rushes makes it 3rd and 3. A penalty on Rodney Soto makes it 3rd and 8, but an 18-yard catch by tight end of the year, Timothy Gash, makes it 2nd and 7 after the first down. We're still running the ball a lot. Looks like we are a running team. It's kind of the thought process I wanted to have, was switch to being a more running-heavy roster. And Rakeem Elam, I asked for him. He comes out, 23-yard catch, gets him down to the 1. Negative 2-yard rush by our fullback. A 3-yard rush gets us the touchdown by Brendel to tie the game at 10. It's like I asked, and I shall receive from Rakeem Elam. 3-yard rush from Pike, and then another 3-yard rush from Rubin. Well, after the 2-minute warning, 3-yard rush. And an incomplete makes it 4th and 5 as our defense has woken up here in the second, stopping USC again. Mohamed Dajiri with a catch. Big catch by Bergman brings us down to the, I forgot the yardage already. We're on the 40. 2nd and inches for Timothy Gash after the timeout. 5-yard rush from Brogan Coffee brings us to the 44. 1st and 10. He was probably unable to get out of bounds. We do not score. 10-10 at halftime here in the national championship game. We weren't able to score there at the end of the half. And James Rubin makes a 75-yard pass to Tyler Pike to take the lead right back. So far, big scores have been our weakness here. Sometimes they just beat us over the top, and that's how you lose. 4-yard rush, we are down by 7. Rakeem Elam is now part of the game plan as we are starting to throw the ball down the field and actually make some passing plays. 3rd and 2 after a pass to Gash. 4th and 2 after it is dropped by Bergman on the 36. But a 53-yard field goal is good by Tyree Jewell, making it 17-13. Here in the third, we are down by 4. 6 minutes left. Big rush by Hakeem Ogadosi makes it to their side of the field. 3-yard rush by Ogadosi again. And a big 43-yard touchdown to Trey Rudolph. As USC continues to dot over the top of our defense, we struggle to stop big plays, and they make 2 big plays on 2 consecutive drives to take a big 2-score lead. Can we march down and nullify their big lead that they ringed out in the second half? Gash drops the pass, makes it 3rd and 7, but a pass to Rakeem Elam gives us 1st and 10. 14-yard catch by Dajiri brings us to the 25, 16-yard catch by Bergman, and then a 5-yard rush from Brendel brings us to the 4. -3 by Brendel, makes a 3rd and goal on the 7. 4th and goal, makes Coffee, bring us to the 5. We kick the field goal in a point where we could have scored a touchdown. That's where not having our our running back hurts a lot. 22 seconds left here in the 3rd. We are down by 8. Going into the 4th of the national championship game, USC has a 1-score lead, up 8. 3rd and inches, 1st and 10 as Larry Fogg gets the rushing. Rushing first down. 2-yard rush by James Rubin makes it 2nd and 8. 3rd and 4 after another 3-yard rush for Rubin, and 1st and 10 for another 4-yard rush. They're running the ball. They're only getting 3 yards at a time, but that can be enough. 3rd and 4. 4th and 4 as the pass is knocked away by defensive back of the year, B.J. Rome. A 26-yard punt gives us the ball back. 7 minutes left here. Pass knocked away by Ryan Trahan. I feel like that's a guy I should know. 12-yard rush by Najee Brendel makes it 1st and 10. 2-yard rush makes it 2nd and 8. 1st and 10 after the pass to DJ Brink. We're marching down the field. Elam had a 6-yard rush, but dropped by Brian Kumar, makes it 3rd and 4. Interception by Johnny Tryon. No, we throw picks in these big games. Why do we do this? Ogadosi. Another 2-yard rush makes it 3rd and 4. 4th and 4 as it's knocked away by Dubs. We'll get the ball back after the touchback. We are still down 8 with 4 minutes left. 4-yard rush from Coffee. 3-yard rush from Brendel makes it 3rd and 3. 4th and 1 as Brendel gets a 1-yard rush. And we punt the ball. Pass knocked away by Carlos Youngblood. 3-yard rush from Rubin makes it 3rd and 7. 5-yard reception by Rudolph means they're probably going to have to punt here on 4th and 2. We get the ball back. Let's switch this into a slow drive. Let's see what Coffee can do here in the rest of this game. 2nd and 10 in the last drive to possibly win the national championship game. Brogan Coffee drops back, looks for a receiver, finds Gash over the middle. Gash gets down, and we call a timeout. I'm going to jump ahead to, I think, the end of the game, or let's go change of possession, but going slowly so we can see each one. 3rd and 2 here on this one with the ball. Down by 8, passes the ball, catches, completed. We move over the 50-yard line, falls forward. Elam gets there. We are going to no huddle and move forward. Down by 8, 1st and 10 for the Stanford Cardinals offense. Can we move down the field? Brogan Coffee drops back, looks over, wide open receiver, but he takes the check back. He should have just taken the crossover over the middle. That's an 8-yard loss on a terrible pass play. Why did he do that pass? I'm not sure. It's 2nd and 18 now with 1:13. Terrible decision-making by Coffee. He had a wide-open receiver down the middle. Fakes the run, throws the ball down the field. There's a flag. Wide open receiver, breaks the tackle. Elam gets the 1st down, but this is probably going to be holding on our tackle. That was a great opportunity to go down and score. Lamar Ansa gets holding, making it 2nd and 28 with 1 minute left here. Are we going to fall short? I don't think he's going to find Elam for a pass as open as that one was. He rushes out left, finds a receiver over the middle. DJ Brink jukes out the receiver, the D-back. It is a timeout. He gets close. 3rd and 5 now. 55 seconds left. Coffee drops back, looks for a receiver, finds a check down over the middle. Passes it in, 4th and 3, 50 seconds. We are going to have to no huddle. It is 4th and 3. Will we find somebody to hit to advance and make a 1st down? Looks for a receiver, finds one over the middle. Gash gets the catch. We does not get out of bounds though. Gets over to the edge. 37 seconds. We are still in no huddle. We are down to the 21-yard line. This is a chance to go down and score. Drops back, spikes the ball. 33 seconds left in the game. Up by 8. This is it right here. Can Coffee tie the game up? We look for a receiver. Doesn't find anybody. Does find someone. We didn't even see him. He was wide open. That is, I believe, DJ Brink, who catches the ball in the end zone. Touchdown. We are down by 2. A 2-point conversion. That's Mohamed Dajiri. My bad. I think Brink wears number 14. Passes the ball over the middle on the back foot to Dajiri. We get the touchdown. It is going to be a 2-point conversion chance right here. If we can get it, we'll tie it at 24-24 here in the 4th. We run the ball with Brendel. We get the 2-point conversion. It is tied with 20 seconds left here. 30 seconds left here in this game. We'll watch this kickoff, but I think actually I'll exit out of this after the kickoff because I doubt they'll be able to score. We are probably going into overtime in this one. Back to this. I'm going to switch the speed back to normal so we can go one play at a time and see what we can do in OT, overtime. For this game, let's switch it back to slow speed here. I believe this is shootout rules. I don't know. I really haven't had an overtime in a national championship game. So we're just going to go straight to the end of the game. We're going to watch every play. This is the shootout. So every play from now on is the chance to see if we can win. They're going to rush the ball outside to start. We get the tackle down to the 20. 2nd and 5. Nothing like a shootout in a national championship game. With the ball, they run it again, get the first down, get all the way down to the 10-yard line. Agadosi has not been stopped. Our D tackles are not very good. We have great pass rushers. We're not really good against run defense. We've never really had to be all season. But we get a big stop against Agadosi to make it 2nd and 8. We never really had to be. We won every game by a lot, scored a lot of points, and got a lot of good pass rush. But run defense hasn't necessarily been a part of this roster. We do get down to the 2, 3rd and 1. I don't think we're going to be able to stop them here. They're probably going to score, meaning it's going to be up to Coffee. They do score, get the touchdown. This game is going to be up to Coffee. And if Brogan Coffee can score it, oh, Heisman pose. Dude, you're not the Heisman. Rakeem Elam is. They're going to go for the field goal to make it 31-24 as we will get our shot afterwards here in this overtime. Okay, our chance now on the 25. No running backs in the backfield for us. We're passing the ball. Coffee drops back, looks for a receiver, finds one right in the end zone. One play touchdown as he finds Heisman winner Rakeem Elam. Yeah. Rock the cradle. He is too small. We got right over his head. 31-31. Big score here. Jewel has missed one field goal all season. We are now to the 2nd overtime where we are going to need to get a stop here against USC. This video is going to end up being long only because we are going to probably be in 35 overtimes here in this one. We're going to see everything. We start out this drive. We might run it. We do the pass over, fake to Elam, passes it, gives it to Brendel. Brendel gets the first down to get us down to the 13. 1st and 10 on the 12, actually. Back, gives the ball off, back to Brendel. Brendel is unable to get any yards, gets to the 11 this time. 2nd and 9. We have a really good offense. Are we going to give it to Elam? We do not. We fake it, give it back to Brendel. Same play again, 3rd and 9 now on the 11. I want to see us pass. We've got better receivers. They don't have DBs to stop how good our receiving core is. Just find a guy, make sure to make the right decision. Throws it over the middle. We get the catch. Another one for Dejiri. Touchdown. We're going to have to go for 2 in 2nd overtime now. If we get this, there's a really good shot we win, but we need to make sure that we stop them from running. Coffee drops back, looks for a receiver, doesn't find one. Could have ran over the right side, but he does find somebody in the back of the end zone. Make it 39-31. If we get the stop, we win the national championship game here at Stanford and cap off an undefeated season. 39-31. We get the stop, it's over. Looking for somebody, pass it over the middle. Easy receiver, gets all the way into the end zone. Not much for getting a stop. One play score gets them right back in it. 2-point conversion right here. Then it's down to the alternating 2 points. And I'm going to be honest, I think that's where we would have a weakness because they can run better than we can. We have to pass. Trey Rudolph, that's a freshman. If we get the stop here, that would still be enough. What are we going to do? Can Dubs, Westerman, Kuhn get the stop? We get it! Get the tackle! Incomplete pass! Stanford wins the national championship game! Brogan Coffee! We win! Big stop on the defense! Let's go! The Cardinals are national champions! Undefeated season! Overtime, 2 overtimes, we are able to do it. One of the biggest plays you'll ever see. An incomplete pass broken up gets the Stanford Cardinals a national championship game over USC. The comeback, we were down by 8 with 2 minutes left, and we win in double OT. Player of the game, Brogan Coffee, 368 and 3 in the national championship game. We win. Look at this play right here. They get it. I want to see that last play again. Give me the replay of that breakup. Well, first, I guess they're going to show us the scores here. Maybe they'll only show us the scores. I don't know if they'll show us the breakup. No, they're just going to show us holding the trophy. Look at these guys. We wore all the blacks because it's a funeral out here. We win 39-7. We wore all the blacks. We wore the all blacks. That was backwards. That was weird. National champions. Your Stanford Cardinals go undefeated. And on the season, we had a fantastic year from just about everybody. Brogan Coffee ends with 39-9. Rushing, you can see that Bandy had 944-7 despite missing that last game. Elam ended with 819 and 10 touchdowns and 83 carries. Receiving, 883-11 for Elam, 803-8 for Bergman, and 784-11 for Dejiri. Ends on that. And defensively, the big Allen Head, 14.5 sacks. Harvey Dubs, 4 years, 4 national championship semifinals appearances, 2 championship appearances, and a title. Caps off a legendary career. I think he ends up with the sacks record here at Stanford, and I really want to see what he ended up with. So he didn't play in 2025, or he played 1 game and then got redshirted. He ends up with 14 sacks, 9 sacks, 17 sacks in 2028, and 12.5 in his final season. Wow. Amazing career for Harvey Dubs, who I think we made something out of 2 real people, I think, actually, because he's a real guy, I want to say. Or maybe he was a recruit. I think he was actually a recruit. We made something out of this guy, out of Louisiana, 3-star linebacker. He capped out in his last season after we moved him to outside linebacker. So glad I did that. And should be an NFL edge rusher with a national championship under his belt. What a career. What a season. 16-0. I'm going to show it before the Super Bowl so we can put the cap on the Stanford Cardinals. Rakeem Elam, 2nd round draft pick as a junior. Timothy Westerman, 2nd round draft pick as a junior. Harvey Dubs, a 3rd round draft pick edge rusher. He's going to be a stud for whoever got him in the 3rd round. Bandy, 4th round as a junior running back. Bergman, 4th round as a senior wide receiver. Dejiri, 5th round as a junior. And 5th round for Kevin Galladay, who was injured at left guard. We end up getting a bunch of guys drafted. But the big thing is we got over the hump. It's time. Super Bowl 2029. The Stanford Cardinals were able to get over the hump that faced them, and that's the hump that's been in the way of the San Francisco 49ers. Patrick Mahomes versus Brock Purdy. Once again, we're bringing out the All Blacks, because I feel like you have to. What just worked for Stanford, will it work for San Francisco here in the Super Bowl? Can we take down the Chiefs? We're playing in Raymond James here in Tampa Bay. Purdy running out on the field for Super Bowl 54? 64. I always blank on the years. And so we'll start off the game with the ball against the Chiefs. They went 15-2 this year. And whether or not we get over them is the big question mark that'll be on the mind of anybody. And if we don't end up doing it, then you can say that we were just kind of the stepping stone for Patrick Mahomes to greatness, because we basically will have propped up his entire career with Super Bowl victories if we end up losing this one. But we get 2 stops, a defensive start to this, which is, once again, crazy. I think they're the number 1 offense to our number 2 offense. Purdy gets sacked for 9 yards against Trey Ortega. Chris Jones retired, so they don't have him anymore. 3rd and 15, 4th and 11, as another defensive stop for the Chiefs makes it continue to be 0-0. Negative 2-yard rush from Pacheco, but they finally get a first down, the Romeo Dubs. So it's crazy about this is that the fact that essentially we got our rivals in both opportunities. The Chiefs got to play the Niners 4 times in a row. I guess technically we got the Chiefs in this one. And we got USC both times, which I don't know if is an actual rival of Stanford, but the fact that it's another California team felt like an essential piece to call him a rival in our runs there. But we were able to move down, get a first down to the 45, our first time crossing the 50-yard line, first time anybody's crossed it. First down to the 35-yard line, another pass to Ayuk gets us all the way down to the 8 after a pass to Jose Jackson, ending the first quarter in scoring range. We do 8-yard touchdown to Ayuk, gives us the lead here against Kansas City. In the second, I would love to see the same defense that we were able to see in the first. 2 small plays, 2-yard rush incomplete, but a 13-yard pass to Xavier Worthy gives them the first down. 4-yard rush to Pacheco, and another first down to John Branch. 4-yard rush to Pacheco. Negative 3-yard rush makes it 3rd and 9, and we get the stop. Maybe this will be a field goal for Butker. No, they punt it off. So we get the ball back, 7-0 lead. I don't know if we're going to be able to make every single drive like that, but I'm glad we have George Kittle. I'd actually be curious if he would retire at the end of this season. We get sacked, putting us in the hole, 3rd and 10. Jose Jackson only gets 7, meaning we're going to have to punt the ball back to them. Still 7-0 game here, as we are playing in a real defensive battle here. But it's Patrick Mahomes. He will eventually be able to break through a defense, and he is able to do so as the Chiefs start to drive. And a big play to Rashee Rice as he breaks down the back half of our defense, which happens. Tied game here, 7-7, 4:51 left in the first half. We go down, a 4-yard rush from Jose Jackson, 5-yard rush from Reeves, and a first down from Reeves. We're going to move down the field, incomplete from Purdy. And with 1:35 left in the half, Bullo gets down to the other side of the field. 1st and 10 on the 45. Another pass to Bullo makes it to the 38. And a big pass, 28 yards to Jose Jackson, gets us to the 10. And in scoring range, 10-yard pass to Kittle brings us to the 1. 1-yard rush from Reeves gives us a 13-7 lead. Make that 14-7. Can we make sure to stop Mahomes from getting a 38-second touchdown? Big punt return brings him to the 30. 2 rushes means that I don't think they're going to be going for it. John Branch does get them to the side of the field. A big pass to Dubs, but it wasn't enough. Thank you. We are up 14-7 going into the second half. And you need leads against Mahomes. And Ben Vincent, I think he's a 68 overall, gets a 5-yard sack for us. Make it 2nd and 15. Big rush from Pacheco makes it 3rd and 7, but an incomplete by Mahomes will give us the ball back here as we continue this defensive battle. Penalty by Nate Favorite makes it 1st and 20. So probably won't get a first down on this drive, even though we had 2 good rushes by Reeves. A sack makes it go down to 4th and 10. We're going to have to punt the ball back to the Chiefs. They are going to start this drive by running the ball a few times and a pass to Dubs. And a big pass, another one. Back-breaking plays, Rashee Rice, 65 yards. We only give up big scores here. It's becoming a trend, essentially. We can get a bunch of stops, but they will eventually break past us. We are a break, don't bend defense, which I don't think works when it comes down to trying to compete. We need to make sure that we can get over the top. Maybe McCaffrey will be enough to get us over the top here. 3rd and 8 on the 39. 4th and 8 as the pass is knocked away by defensive tackle Trey Ortega. But Brandon Aubrey gets a 56-yard field goal to take a 3-point lead. Kickoff gets us the ball, or gets them the ball, but Michael Williams gets a 9-yard sack to make it 2nd and 19. Instantly nullified by a 26-yard pass to Xavier Worthy. John Branch with 20 yards as we have woken up the beast. Mahomes is marching down the field. Dubs gets a 20-yard touchdown, but a penalty against the offense. Maybe we won't get the extra point. No, Butker's too good to not get the extra point. We are down by 4 with 1:39 left in the third. 8-yard rush from Purdy. Big pass to Bullo will make it to the third quarter. 2nd and 7 on the 48. Down by 4 here in Super Bowl 64. 4-yard rush makes it 3rd and 3. 4th and 1 on the 42. Please go for it. Incomplete pass. We did go for it, but it wasn't going to happen. We get the sack from Bosa to make it 2nd and 14, but rush from Mahomes makes it 3rd and 7. But an incomplete means that he was not able to beat us this time. 12 minutes left here in the game. Down by 4. Can we march down and score? I feel like we got some momentum here. Maybe Purdy throwing an incomplete will break it, but we still get the first down from Trayvon Reeves. Really, I feel like this offense is dependent on how good Trayvon Reeves and McCaffrey can do, because Purdy's eventually going to find Ayuk for 15 yards and Kittle for 10 and Jose Jackson for 12, but will he be able to get down and actually be in that position? You never know, but an 11-yard touchdown from Ayuk gives us the score. The few rushes by Trayvon Reeves were enough to get us to the other side for Purdy to be able to throw it. We are up by 3 with 7 minutes left in the fourth. Can we stop Patrick Mahomes and Isaiah Pacheco? 7-yard rush. 17-yard catch to John Branch. Pass thrown away. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 4 for Mahomes here with 5.5 left, but he gets the reception to make it 1st and 10. I have a feeling they're going to score. They get down to the 20. The sack from Bosa might put them at risk of not scoring. 2nd and 17. 6-yard rush from Pacheco makes it 3rd and 11. 5-yard catch to Xavier Worthy means this will probably be a field goal. Game is tied at 24-24 with 3:24 left in the game. 2nd and 2 after the catch to Justin Bullo. 1:56 here in the game. Can we move down? I think we have to watch. We are going to switch this to slow, and I am going to go back, and we are going to jump, not to the next play. I didn't want to do that, but we'll watch this play, and then I'll go to the end of the game. Because 1:16 left. Can Purdy get across the field? Feels the pressure, makes a little check down pass to get us to the 50-yard line. Timeout. We are going to jump now to the end of the game and watch the next few plays at the 50, 2nd and 3. If we can cross and get into field goal range from Brandon Aubrey, we will have a shot of winning this whole thing. We got to get the first down, though. Purdy looks for somebody, scrambles right, finds nothing, does get sacked by Glass, but for 0 yards. 3rd and 3. Now on the 49, looks for somebody right away. Where's Kittle at? Runs out left. Needs to keep running. Get the first down. He gets the first down. He jukes inside, breaks the tackle, gets all the way down to the 38, but falls down, doesn't get out of bounds. 30 seconds left. I think we're in field goal range. He is going to call a timeout. 27 seconds left. This would be a 55-yard field goal if we were to take this. We need a couple extra yards here. I think we're going to run it to see if we can center the ball and probably get him in range for the field goal. We do. We run the ball. Reeves runs out to the outside, doesn't center it, gets us to the 35. We are going to call timeout. 22 seconds left in the game on the 34-yard line. This will give Brandon Aubrey a chance for a 51-yarder to win the game and take the lead. This is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. 20 seconds might not be enough. We're going to pass the ball? Okay. I guess we're going to make the passing play, or we're running it. Oh, we'll probably spike it. So 3rd and 2, we're going to have to spike the ball. 5 seconds left to spike it. Snap the ball. Why is he dropping back? He throws it deep. Why did he do that? It's still open. Touchdown. We score. Game-winning touchdown. Oh my God. Why did we do that? Jose Jackson scores the game-winning touchdown with no time left on the clock. I am baffled by the coaching decision by Kyle Shanahan, but I think Andy Reid was too. Jose Jackson was wide open. He beat his man. He got past him at the 10, was wide open, scores the touchdown, and the San Francisco 49ers are going to win Super Bowl 64 on a game-winning touchdown. We could have just taken the field goal. We didn't have to do that. You didn't have to stress me out like that, Kyle Shanahan, but we do it. Put the ring on our finger. That is 2 championships in 2 weeks. The Stanford Cardinals win and the San Francisco 49ers win. Man, if only the Giants could have beaten the Red Sox, and we've gotten 3. Purdy getting his first ring. We finally take down Mahomes and the Chiefs. We finally get over the hump. Hold open that trophy. Kyle Shanahan lifts it up. The 49ers have won $265 million for what? For whatever that pass was to Jose Jackson. We win. Your Super Bowl MVP is Brock Purdy, beating MVP Patrick Mahomes, Coach of the Year Andy Reid. We end up winning that one. Terry McLaurin gets Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Ben Monk over Nick Bosa. Jerome Jones of the Browns wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and the first overall pick, Joe McNeil of the Chargers, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. With that title, we have now won a championship with all 4 sports teams in the San Francisco Bay Area. I might have to change a little bit more of my scoring because I don't know how often that's going to happen. I might have to give my some extra bonus points there for that. But I think I might add that to the scoring thing. I guess questions up to you whether or not we should. I'll add that on the leaderboard, but we will change it if you guys don't agree with that decision. I think an extra 5 to 10 bonus points for winning one with each team is worthy. And I think every single city could end up doing that. So, all right. One more team left this season. Can the Warriors make it 3 titles in the Bay Area? Wow. What an ending. After Super Bowl week and at the trade deadline, the San Antonio Spurs have already clinched the play-in. Ooh, they're 49-7. We are 45-9. I actually want to see the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Knicks are right there in third. So remember, this is all about whether or not this team can get past San Antonio in New York. We're hoping New York doesn't even make it because they are really, really good. But it's really down to what the Spurs do. And I can't also reject the fact that the Lakers, who have another fantastic team with Luka and Jokic must be hurt. Yeah, Jokic is injured. But Luka, Edgecombe, Jokic, Acquaintance, Cam Christie, Davion Mitchell, like this team is still going to be a really, really good roster that we're going to have to face. The West is a battleground at the top. We are in good position to possibly win 3 titles in the same year, but we need that, and the Spurs are on a 15-game winning streak, so, you know, Victor Wembanyama and all that. And they have injuries. Oh, Wembanyama's hurt. Oh, how hurt is he? Okay. 1 to 2 weeks. Don't mean to pray for injuries, but you couldn't help but hear the hope in my voice. Whoa! Giannis got MVP. Okay, he's back from his injury. He gets an MVP. That's huge for an award winner. For us, Giannis's MVP. This is his 4th one, I think. He gets it. I wonder if Wembanyama missed enough games where we didn't have to worry about him. And that would really help out getting an MVP. Only 18 points per game, 9 rebounds, 5.4 assists, but 2 steals, 2.5 blocks on 57% shooting is very, very good for a 35-year-old power forward. Jeb Tiggs wins Rookie of the Year. That's the guy who I think I traded picks for, right? I was going to draft him in 2028. That was like the guy I wanted to draft. Okay. Pacers got him. He ended up winning. That was the pick that we traded basically for Halliburton. Tejan Salon wins 6th Man of the Year for the New Orleans Pelicans, and Giannis with the DPOY as well. So Victor Wembanyama must not have been in the running. As long as Victor Wembanyama gets hurt, you have a chance of winning awards in NBA 2K. Most Improved Player goes to Alex Tuhey of the Timberwolves. Cam Boozer wins Clutch Player of the Year. Tyronn Lue 71-11. Spurs wins Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year as well. No, he was eligible. I don't know how he didn't win. Did he not? How many games did he play? 80. He missed 1 game. Okay. I don't know how he finished 4th. He normally wins everything. I guess Giannis did kind of actually have a better season than him. But okay. Giannis, first team All-NBA. And then do we have any others? We do not. Giannis, all defensive first team, beating out Victor Wembanyama right there, who was second in that race. And yeah, no rookie team because there weren't enough rookies this year. We are the number 2 seed, meaning we have won the Pacific again, beating out the Lakers right there. I actually should check the standings and see how we did there. Beat them. Okay, we beat them by a good amount. 66-16 on the year, beating them out. They had 54 wins. So, yeah, all right. Taking a look at our team, we have the MVP. Giannis averaged 18.7. Halliburton averaged 18.7. Brown with 16.8. Bagley with 13.1. A Cuff with 12.9. Kolek had 9. Moody had 8. Kispert had 9. Agbaji had 8. PJ Washington had 3. And Embiid had 4 points per game. So nothing really special. When it comes to our rebound leader, Giannis with Bagley in second. Assist leader, Halliburton had 8.4 assists on this season in his 79 games. Our steals leader was Giannis with 2.1, and our blocks leader was Giannis with 2.4, also leading the way in field goal percentage with 57, and three-point percentage, Halliburton had 43 over Jaylen Brown, and free throw percentage, Embiid shot 96.6% from the free throw line. Not a lot of attempts, but he did play 82 games. The scoring title this year goes to Anthony Edwards, who averaged 27 points per game this year, just beating out Ace Bailey of the Mavericks. Rebound leader, Cam Boozer of the New York Knicks with 12.2, just beating out Donovan Clingan, who had 12.1. Your assist leader, Nolan Traore with 10.2, leads the way over Trae Young. Steals, Giannis, steals leader. Doesn't get blocks leader. That goes to Chris Senek of the Philadelphia 76ers. But Giannis led the way in steals. Dyson Daniels has dropped down to 1.9. Oh no, he dropped under 2. Field goal percentage leader this season, Mark Williams, 64.6% from the field. 3-point percentage leader, the leader this season, Braden Burries of the San Antonio Spurs at a 47%, and free throw percentage, Con Knuppel once again leads the way for the Washington Wizards. So we did get a league leader in steals, as well as 2 major awards for Giannis this season. But still, I think it all comes down to hopefully somebody taking out San Antonio before we have to see them. We have Phoenix in the first round. Phoenix, I don't actually know who they have on their roster. They are rolling with Lonzo Ball, Gary Trent, Noah Esengwe, Caleb Wilson, and Karl Anthony Towns. Devin Booker must be on the bench. Booker's coming off the bench? Because I see him over there. Okay. I see why they're the 7th seed. Seems like a poor decision. Game 1, we win 101-90. Game 2, we do not win. They beat us 133-106. In Game 3, they win again 123-101. We tie it though, 2-2. I can't believe we've fallen and made this close of a series. 3-2, we win 124-98. And in Game 7, we do advance to take on the Lakers. We have the Spurs taking on the Kings. No real big upsets. I guess the Bulls lost to Cleveland, but it's still Cleveland, so. All right, the Lakers have Luka, Edgecombe, and Jokic. Their big weaknesses are Sadiq Bey and Bryson Tilley, who are starting for them. I think what we're going to do before this series is we are going to shorten the rotation because this team is really good. I still ran a 10-man rotation for that last series, and I think it kind of hurt us a little bit. So sorry, Embiid, you are out of the lineup, even though you've been hot. Hot in quotation marks. But we are going into this series against the Lakers. Game 1, we always make sure Embiid ducks Jokic. Game 1, we win 125-118 over the Lakers. Game 2, Darius Akuf pulls his back, but we still win 2-0 series over the Lakers. Game 3, Lakers win that one 119-109. Game 4, we take a 3-1 lead, 122-111. I think the Spurs are going to sweep the Kings. We win 4-1, taking on San Antonio here in the next round, and it's Brooklyn versus Charlotte on the other side. So I think whoever wins this is the actual champion. This is probably going to lead into it. The East is much weaker than the West. Spurs, Warriors. Last season, we thought that Giannis might just be the Wembanyama stopper, but I don't know if he'll be able to do it again. Giannis is 35 years old at this point in his career, and so the question is, can he stop Wembanyama again. Game 1. We lose 112-95. Jaren Jackson puts up 21. Giannis does put up 28, 11, and 6, but not much from Halliburton or Jaylen Brown. Game 2. We fall down 2-0, 114-106. Cooper Flagg puts up 29. Giannis still puts up 28, but not much coming in the hopes of Jaylen Brown. Game 3. We need to win this back on our home turf. We do take that one 124-104 as we win the game here in Golden State. Giannis had a little bit of a worse game, but actually that's a good thing, because if Giannis is not your leading scorer, that means somebody else is playing well. Game 4 against the Spurs. Corey Kispert, sore right foot. We are down 3-1 against the Spurs. Yeah, as I just said, when Giannis leads the way, that means not everybody else is playing well, and yeah, not everybody else is playing well. All right. Game 5. This is the chance for us to do it against Wembanyama. I'm going to jump in here and we're going to watch this and see, can we do it? We'll just sim quickly. After the first, we have the lead. After the second, they have it. They have the lead in the third. They have the lead in the fourth. We are not going to be able to come back. We are eliminated by the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama, unable to make it 3 championships in the same year. Actually, Cooper Flagg was apparently the guy who beat us this time. Still mad at the Mavericks for letting that happen. And as you sim the final round, the Spurs easily sweep Charlotte. Cooper Flagg, finals MVP for the San Antonio Spurs. We almost got there. We're unable to advance to the NBA Finals, but we got another MVP and everything on the board. That is it. 4 teams, 5 years. That is 20 years of rebuilding here in the Bay Area. We ended up with 3 titles for the San Francisco Giants, 1 title for Stanford, 1 title for the 49ers, and 1 title for the Warriors, despite many chances. As one of the most competitive cities that you are going to find, I would say it's going to be hard for a lot of cities to compete besides maybe, I don't know, LA or New York. I don't even think New York would be able to really compete with this, with the Jets and Giants not really being in that compatible. So we're really looking at LA. Maybe Philly could possibly contend if we can flip, Embiid around. But when it comes down to this, it's going to be hard for anybody to top San Francisco. When we look at the leaderboard, they easily jump Miami as the number 1 team. They have single seasons better than what some other cities are going to be able and be capable of doing. And so that is it for your San Francisco Bay Area version of the greatest cities of sports. I thank you very much for participating and enjoying and watching. We will see you next time with our next city. Or is it going to be a region?